Hello, everyone, and welcome to week 5, module 5. I'd like to go over the instructions for this week for you and also talk a little bit about something from last week, which was the learning style quiz that I asked you all to complete and email me not only your findings, but did you agree with those findings or did you disagree? And to give me an example of how you live those findings, right? So those of you who completed the learning style quiz will receive or have received points on your discussion board for week 4. So I have made a note in there. It will say additional points received for the learning style quiz. Again, if you received or if you completed this quiz, you will get those extra points in your discussion this week. If you did not complete it, then obviously you will not receive the points. So jumping into Module 5, we're going to be covering our Chapter 5 in our textbook. And before you read, just like always, you should look over these learning opportunities. One, you should be able to distinguish between your anecdotal recording and your running records. Discuss how the primary theorists view social development. And that's a very great point. I want to make sure you feel comfortable with the theorists because your discussion board this week is going to be comparing the theorists, right? Next, you will be able to distinguish between the stages of play and the different types of play. And there also you will be have a foundation of various observational methods in recording details about social development. Also, we will examine some difficulties with social development. And then this week you're going to cover the SLOs, all 3 of our SLOs that are within this course. And to be successful in this module, you want to make sure to watch this video, which you are. You want to make sure to, after you look this over, you read Chapter 5, you review your chapter videos and PowerPoints that are embedded within Module 5 for you. You want to complete your quiz as usual by Friday the 11th by 11:59. It is worth 10 points and you will have 2 attempts. The computer automatically takes your highest score. And then discussion board is about theorist behavior this week. It is worth 10 points and the original must be submitted by 3/9 and 2 peer posts by 3/11. You must post your original by the 9th to receive any portion of these discussion points. And most of you have been doing that, so thank you for that. Again, each post must be submitted on different days for full credit. Get in early on the week and you can start and have that all pounded out by midweek, so then you can focus on your quizzes and your observation that's due coming up. You'll continue to work on your observation, number 1, which is due the 19th of this month, and it's worth 90 points. Your peer review is due by the 9th. So we have until this Wednesday, the 9th, and it's worth 10 points. By the 7th, which is Monday, you should have your peers paper. You're going to print up a rubric, and you're going to mark off on the rubric what is missing and what is there, what they can improve upon, what was really great that you found. You want to make sure to have notes in each section, so you will receive a full 10 points. So you have your peers' work. At the top, you're going to write the student name and your name. It will say peered review by. That would be you. You are the one getting the points for this. You should again receive this by the 7th, and then by the 9th, submit this peer review into Canvas. And then you want to make sure to give that peer review back to the student so they can make any corrections on the observations based on your review. They have some time to make those updates. So going back up to the discussion board, this week is you're going to review the theorists and come up with a type of fuel that each theorist would say drives the behavior. So, for instance, if Freud was behind the wheel, what would be his fuel? What makes his theory work, right? You want to do it for, you also want to mention all of the theorists that are listed here. So you have Freud, Erikson, Piaget, Vygotsky, Kohlberg, Skinner and Watson could be under 1, and then Maslow. You want to make sure to indicate all 4 of those. So for instance, for under Freud, Freud's fuel would be social behavior to sexual nature of humans, family influences on the child's knowledge and feelings of right and wrong. So again, what would be the fuel? Well, the fuel is social behavior to sexual nature of humans. That's kind of his fuel. That's what drives his theory. So I wanted you to say the same for each of the other theorists. And you have your rubric right here, but you all know the original post has to be done by the 9th and has to be a minimum of 100 words. And then your 2 peer posts by Friday, the 11th, and they should be both 50 words or more. And all 3 of these should be on different days. And that's it for Module 5. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. If you need to set up a Zoom in regards to, if you have any questions on your observation, please let me know. I am willing to do that as well. But make sure you look at the Zoom recording from last week. It's there to utilize as reference as well. It's a great resource. I'm just looking at our next Zoom. Our next Zoom will be Saturday, March 26th at 9 a.m. where we will be covering observation 2. So I will see you all very soon and talk to you even sooner. Have a wonderful weekend and stay safe.